Coach, last game against SMU, you guys only out-rebounded them 33-30. Today was, obviously much larger than that. What was the difference?
We didn't even look at last game because it's completely different circumstances. What did we do prior to that game? I think we're on 12-game losing. 12-game losing that would be here. 12-game winning streak. I just think, we're close to the finish line here. I think our guys, we played 2 tough road games last week. Last Sunday we were at Wichita State, and Wednesday we were in New Orleans. So we come here on Sunday. Finally had a little break, so we took Thursday off, and then Friday and Saturday we just kind of reconnected on who we are. We're the number 1 offensive rebounding percentage team in the nation. Not top 10, not top 5, number 1. And sometimes you have to play to your identity. Our kids defend and rebound. We're not a great shooting team. Kind of hit and miss at the free throw line, hit and miss at the 3-point line. The defense and rebounding, something consistently we've been good at. But Lamar Walker came in the first half and provided a big spark for us. He was solid. But, having a senior like Fabian, I've had some great seniors here for our program. They're just dependable. I think that's the greatest ability a kid can have this time of year is dependability. And that's what Fabian is. And then, and we had an advantage inside with Josh and Fabian. The good news is that we exploited it. We tried to really attack them inside. The thing about shooting balls 10 feet and in, there's going to be offensive. If we miss the shot, we're in a position to get it. And after you're shooting 33s, long shots or long rebounds, those are harder to get. So it's part of our game plan. Get the ball inside and attack the offensive glass.
Chris, you have a question?
Coach, what adjustments be able to make to really change it defensively? Gave up 85 last time, 50-something.
Yeah, last game had nothing to do with this game. Everybody always asks what adjustments are you going to make. Sure. The biggest adjustment way we played harder. Sometimes we're always chasing an invention or chasing some kind of you're a really good coach and made a great adjustment. I'll tell you what I did better. I got them to play harder. Don't forget we're up 60-45 in that game. We're up 15. 3 minutes to go in the game, we're still ahead. So, and SMU is a really good team, especially at home. I mean, they're good. So, it's not a surprise that they beat us at their place. It's not a surprise we beat them here. I mean, we're a really good team. I mean, we played 8 road games, we're 7-1. 7-1's pretty good. We played, around many home games of this. We lost one of those. We're 13-2 in the league. Our kids do what they do. The categories that we're number 1 in the league are there for a reason. Our unselfishness. I think we had 20 assists tonight on 29 made baskets. We missed 35 shots and had 21 offensive rebounds. Share the ball, play unselfish, play hard, and play together. So we're pretty good in all 3 of those areas tonight.
Chris Carter, you got one?
Coach, with this team, team is 13-2. Any more adjustments to make? This is where you are rebounding inside. You said you took a while to learn how this team. Were you comfortable with this team now?
No, once you get to March, you are what you are. We don't have anybody on this team that every one of these kids are extremely coachable. I was telling somebody, I think the only discipline problem I had on last year's team was Dejan Giroux left his cell phone on in a film session. You know what a blessing that is? That's your discipline problem. And he apologized profusely. And I still ran it the next day. But he apologized. These kids we have here, 0. So when I'm coaching them, I'm coaching basketball. I'm not coaching life or putting them on the line for scoring up here, scoring up there. We have great kids. That's where everything starts. Character. Character matters on basketball teams. That's how you're allowed to find out how good you are. You know, when you have a giving heart, and we and us is the most important thing about the program. But these guys are on this team have great role models. You know, last year's team was a great role model for them. Last year's team had a great role model the year before. The year before that, they had a great role model. This is our program. You know, there's a lot of people that just now started following us that don't realize this is our 5th year of doing this. And they come and go, but the culture remains the same. But when you have a senior like Fabian, who's playing with so much confidence, and you got a guy like Josh, who for the first time in his life is learned to hit first and then hit back. You know, the toughness that he has. So, you know, our teams usually play our best basketball about this time of the year. It's not easy to do that. You know, it's going to be a trying week. It's going to be a tough week. And I don't have a script for it. We'll just take each day and do the best we can with it.
Look at Chris Baldwin.
Maybe in that stretch, you know, second half, 16-minute mark onward, it seems like you, Josh, and Juwan are grabbing every rebound. Are you guys sort of feeding off each other? And what's it like to be, you know, in that kind of run? And can you see it affecting them?
Yeah, offensive rebound always gives the team energy. And when me, JC, Juan, Reggie all going to the boards at the same time and getting multiple offensive rebounds, that just elevates our play a little bit more. So, yeah, that's our main goal, is trying to go offensive rebound every missed shot.
For both Fabian and Josh, what are you thinking when they start the second half? They're shooting, you know, hotter than they were. They hadn't made a 3 in the first half. They come out, they start like 3 of 5 from deep, and then all of a sudden your lead's down to 8.
Yeah, I would take responsibility on that one. I kind of fell asleep coming out the gate on Marcus Weathers. He got 2 threes off, and that kind of sparked it. So I got to take accountability on that and just know that when guarding someone like Marcus Weathers who can stretch the floor, I always got to be conscious of where he's at and knowing that he's also a threat from the 3-point line as well as being able to get to the rim.
They're a good team, so we already knew they wasn't going to fold at halftime. So they just came out with higher energy than us, and then we just had to get back and sustain the energy we had in the first half.
This is for both the players. Considering that you're one of the few teams that beat you guys earlier this year and knowing that this was a good game for the conference, what was the mentality coming to this game?
Just win this game. This for the conference championship is one versus 2, so just try to win this game by any means, really.
Just determined to win this game and get some separation in the league and just secure the number 1 spot.
Look like Chris Baldwin in the back.
Fabian, could you tell, you know, you guys were ready going into this game? What was, you know, that like, you know, coming off, you know, having lost them before? I mean, is that actually motivation? This group does, you know.
Yeah, I guess you can say it's extra motivation because we don't want to lose to them twice in a row or lose at home. But yeah, at the end of the day, me, Josh, Taze, Kyler don't have any more tomorrow, so we playing as hard as we can. Moss playing as hard as he can. So we just trying to win every game that we have right now for the rest of the season.
Coach, can you just talk a little bit about how much you wanted this game? It seemed like up 20, you guys were coaching hard. I mean, not coach hard in Europe.
Every game.
Yeah.
Every year. No. That had zero to do with wanting this game. I'm just proud of this group. You know, when you start winning, people forget about your journey. You know, every season has a journey. And for us, it starts in June. You know, people show up on game days and draw an opinion or a conclusion. The thing about coaching young men and trying to influence them or get the best out of them, everything's with a comma. Every day is a comma. There's never a period. You know, the most ignorant, village idiot thing in the world is draw a conclusion on somebody after one game. There is no period. It's a comma. Fabian's had some games better than others. Josh has had some games better than others. But when you've got a role model or a leader like Fabian White, I can't tell you from where he came from Atascocita High School to today, he's almost become my security blanket because I trust him. You know, being able to trust a young man, you know, will do wonders for him as he proceeds in life. You know, the lessons that he's learned, he's able to push him down to Jamal. Jamal will be able to learn those lessons. Josh came in here from Connecticut, Kyler from Texas Tech, Taze from Bakersfield, and the way they've embraced our culture. So a lot of my excitement is not excitement about the game; it's excitement for these kids. You know, I coach a team, but I'm also coaching. You know, every one of these kids have a father and or a mother, and so when they do good, I'm excited for them because I know how hard they worked. I know the investment that they've had. You know, and for me, if they have a bad game, it's a comma. Let's go get better. If they have a great game, let's not overreact. Let's get back to work. So, and eventually you look up and the horn blows and they tell you your season's over. And the finality of that, the finality of a season ending is never, ever ceased to amaze me. So I enjoy this team. We're going to lose at some point. You know, everybody is. Last year, the only team that didn't lose was Baylor. So everybody's going to lose. But you know what I've learned to do is enjoy our journey. And this is a great, not that last year's what, the year before. I enjoy the journey every year. But I really, really enjoy these kids' journey, because I remember December 22nd, 23rd. I remember how tough those days were. 24th, 25th, 26th, 27th. Going to Temple without Kyler, Marcus, or Trevon. Fabian playing three. It's all part of the journey, man. You just learn to enjoy it and get through it.
And for a couple more, we've got Chris Howard right here.
Josh, how quickly did you embrace the Houston culture?
I had already had an idea of how things go around here, you know, being in the same conference, playing them, but I didn't 100% grasp it, and to the extent of how, you know, how guys work around here to actually arrive in, you know, first day, once I got cleared medically, you know, we was straight on the field in the morning running sprints. So, you know, just, being with these guys, seeing it firsthand, you know, them embracing me, you know, me just coming in and learning the culture, it's been, you know, I feel like that's what's helped me, throughout the year, you know, just having the culture there and just knowing the work that you got to put in to play and win at this level.
Go back to Chris Baldwin, please.
Coach, that stretch Juwan had in the second half, the rebounding, but also, you know, got on the floor for a steal, passing up a shot to get maybe a better one. What kind of lift does that give you?
Yeah, it's good to see him come along. He has that ability. You know, remember, J1 is still a freshman. Jamal's a freshman. Ramon's a freshman. Those guys are all going to continue to get better. But you know, I started playing J1 ahead of Reggie for one reason only, production. So, J1 produces. You know, the other night, thinking about the Alabama game, he had 9 offensive rebounds the other night against Tulane. But you can't keep him on the string where he doesn't know when he's going to go in the game or if he's going to go in the game. At some point, you got to reward him. That your production is appreciated. I think the more he plays, the more confidence he will get. Now, last year, I remember in the Elite Eight game, we played Fabian and Justin Gorham together a lot. You know, and so I'm really comfortable playing J1 and Fabian because either one can guard the 5 and either one can guard the 4. But you still have the rebound production that Josh gives us when he goes out. So that's another guy that's just embraced our culture, understands how we went around here and why. Why is an important word.
We'll do more questions. Danielle and Mark, you have the last one. Danielle, go ahead.
Josh and Fabian, the energy level just seemed so high out there today. Like, it seemed like you guys were so amped every time there was a stoppage in play at timeouts and in stoppages. What was it like just trying to kind of gather yourselves and stay focused with, the atmosphere here?
I feel like we was always focused. We just, play with emotion. And it's an emotional game. We play emotion, crowds into it, and we play with emotion. The rest of the team sees that. So when they come in the game, they play harder and play for each other. So I think that's why we play so emotional. But I think we can focus at the same time.
I just think everybody on the team realized, without the motion and energy, we're not as good of a team. So, for us to play at our maximum output, we have to have the motion and energy from the bench. Guys on the floor, everybody.
Last question. Go ahead, Mark.
Kelvin, every time we talk to one of the opposing coaches, they talk about how amazing it is what y'all done. Given your injuries, and you talk about the journey, how special is it for you and your crew to be on the cup, clinching your regular season title after all y'all been through?
Yeah, I'd rather win it than be on the cusp. So, the question in my eyes is a little bit premature. Just proud of these kids. I'm really, really proud because I know how hard they work. You got another game coming up Tuesday, another game coming up on Thursday, another game coming up on Sunday. The people that don't watch us play may be surprised at how hard we play, our enthusiasm, but we play like that just about every game. That's who we are. And we'll break this one down tonight. Make notes, things we got to get better at. Coming tomorrow. Quickly flush this game, get it out, and move right on to Cincinnati. Nothing changes. Our routines and how we do things never change, regardless of whether we lose a game or win a game. We don't celebrate wins, and we don't jump off of bridges when we lose. We get to the next game.